Here we go again, you think by now I'd know better. Locked in my head, romanticizing forever. Last love I found, knees met the ground and all my roses died. Swore I was through, but looking at you, I think I changed my mind. Yeah, let's fall in love for the fun of it. Diving at first and all of it. Oh, what a rush looking into your eyes. Playing it off like it's different this time. Let's break our own hearts for the fun of it. One look and I'm dying to run the risk. I'll live in your head for the rest of your life. Oh, won't you be my hopeless Valentine? My God, don't we look good together? I should be running away, but so what, whatever. Oh, last love I found, knees met the ground and all my roses died. Swore I was through, but looking at you, I think I changed my mind. Yeah, let's fall in love for the fun of it. Diving at first and all of it. Oh, what a rush looking into your eyes. Playing it off like it's different this time. Let's break our own hearts for the fun of it. One look and I'm dying to run the risk. I'll live in your head for the rest of your life. Oh, won't you be my hopeless Valentine? Oh, won't you be my hopeless Valentine? Oh, won't you be my
Hello everyone, it's Kathy Zilski. Welcome back to my channel and my studio and a special bonus live this week because I wanted to share my new releases at Simon Says Stamp that are part of the Moments in Time release. Now I just realized I forgot to even prepare any graphics, so we're just going to get into it because Simon Says Stamp is not going live this week for the new release. However, I would assume that my friend Laura Basson did her usual every time there's a release, she does a walkthrough and shows everything. So I will be sure to add that link to the description after the fact. Also, I plan to be done by noon because Gina goes live at lunchtime and I like to eat my lunch with Gina. Oh yes, I got some new toppers. Well, they're not new. I'm such a basic person. To catch myself there. I'm just basic and I decided I'd get some new toppers. They're readers, so no one sees them except you. Like these are my computer, they're not readers, they're computer prescription. Anyway, the purple crown thing, I don't know. I Googled, I looked it up. I don't really know what it is. It's something to do, and I think I'm gonna push my mic back just a little. It's something to do with engagement and there's no way to earn them. And I have no idea what it even means. So obviously YouTube is testing something out, neither here nor there. But first, let's get into the thing. And yes, these are from Pear, where you can take your little magnetics and you pop them on like that. Okay, so welcome everyone. Again, I'm live. I hope to make a card today as well, but I'm going to show you some of the new releases and we're going to start right now. All right, where's that button? Now, we are actually going to start with this set that came out in our last release. And I'd like to say I can remember what that release is called, and it's just escaped me. But this is my little thank you basics, okay? And it's a all-purpose 4x6 set with thank you greetings. This came out, but because we were switching our die manufacturing from the United States to China because we don't have US manufacturing capability at this point in time, which is really unfortunate. We had to add these to our China production, and so they got backed up. These are the dies that have been released to go with that set. So if you had that set and you were holding it out for the dies, they are available. I actually have these on a little magnetic sheet, but they are detabbed. They all come detabbed. They cut beautifully, and this is the first part of the release. So yes, also it's nice that I have my moderators here today because I just kind of dropped this live out of the blue. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do sometimes. I'm going to do that, not very often. Okay, so let's see, you can hide your purple crowns by clicking on your profile. Oh, I just was reading what Michelle posted. I really don't know what they're doing, but there you go. Okay, I wanted to show you one card that I made using this set, and this is the greeting here. Thanks for everything. And now that I have the die, it just made it so much nicer. This is a stencil and die set. I don't think I linked this, but it's called Snake Plant. And I did a little ink blending on the actual note card. I put a little gold spatter on here, added 5 little pearls, and decided to anchor my card right down here at the bottom. See, I kind of feel like Gina today, because you know how when Gina does her release parties and then she'll show samples of cards? That's how I'm feeling today. I'm channeling my friend Gina. We were texting this morning, and I just love that woman. Anyway, so yeah, that is the now dies that you can cut out if you had these. These actually sold really well, and I was just waiting for the dies to come in. All right, let's move on to a set you have seen. This modern scrapbook is part of the new release. Now, this set itself, which I demonstrated, oh my gosh, I used it in a live last week. I used it in the unboxing because this was the stamp set that was part of the June card kit from Simon Says Stamp. And of course, there are coordinating dies, detabbed, etc. This has been included in this release. I'm not sure what the stock is on here. However, when I designed this set, I also designed this die, and this is called Love Our Story. And I wanted to show you this because it definitely ties in with the scrapbook theme, and that is the die. And instead of doing an O for the heart, I thought a heart looks like a V, so I'm doing it like that. So it's a little heart that you can die cut and create, and it's very little, and it would be very cute with any of these sorts of things, but this could be for friendship, for love, you know, all kinds of things. So I love this, and I want to show you a card that I made because this card is almost a direct copy of the card I made last week that I gave to my daughter. This week, I made this over the weekend. I made this card. So I took a picture of me and the hubs. That is literally one of the first pictures that was ever taken of us together on one of my visits to Minneapolis on a long weekend where I fell in love. And yes, that is a mannequin pointing to Dan's head in the background. Very old photo. But I used the Love Our Story, and I cut that out of some matte silver metallic type of cardstock. And I did that same technique that I did with my smusher. Oh, it's here somewhere because I'm going to smush today. And this was the same thing I did for the card that I made for Aiden, my daughter. And I will definitely link that in the description. I may have linked it in my blog post. I'll add some things later. But if you want to see how this type of card came together, but isn't that cute? So that's Love Our Story. And again, I mean, I just think it's a cute way to meld the language of scrapbooking and card making together. I just think it's very fun. And I love how small this is. You know, it's not going to dominate your card, but it really is like the perfect little title for the mini scrapbook. So that is Modern Scrapbook and Love Our Story. I'm going to set you guys aside. Oh, I just threw something on the floor. Well, we'll figure that out next. Okay, it is graduation season, and I hadn't done an updated graduation set in a while, so I went ahead and did this set. Just some basics. Happy graduation, grad with a little heart on the swoop-de-doo. You did it. Congrats, happy graduation, grad. And then there's little smaller ones like way to go, grad, let's celebrate, great job, love you, congrats, proud of you, hard work pays off, a little hat. Actually, there's 2 little hats. Actually, there's 1, 2, 3 little hats. I did this myself. I didn't even know. And then, of course, there are coordinating dies. Again, now when you get the dies, I haven't even taken these off because I've done so little with them. Oh, they're actually stuck. They are detabbed. So I have a card for that. Now, the card that I'm going to show you, I just kind of wanted to do a mix and match of type styles to appeal to different things. But you know, there are seasons in life where you are making a ton of grad cards. I've kind of moved through that season at this point, but I'm sure it will cycle back around. And it's just nice to have different choices and just good basics. Plus, doing a 4x6, the price point is lower, and we like that. And this is the card that I made, and I wanted to tell you this is coming to Easy with CZ. I did this already. It's coming in June, but I thought I would just share it today because the point of my video was to make custom stripes that match your graduate's colors. So I did one to honor my alma mater, and Cascade High School, go Bruins. Anyone out there? Oh, I just see that Julie Urban is drinking the same coffee that I'm drinking. It is so good. That is real good. Okay. Anyway, so there you go. That's my little card. Here's to what's next. Of course, I designed my dies to have a little bit more of a generous cut so that it really allows the type to breathe. It's not too close, but yeah, just cutting random stripes of cardstock. And again, this video is coming. You'll see it in a few weeks, and hopefully it will inspire you to make a grad card if you need one. Okay. And the last elements that I have today are what I'm going to use to make a card. So this die is called I See You. I'll tell you a little bit about the I See You first. Well, let's actually get these out because we're going to have to do some cutting. But one of the things that I took away from 12 years of intensive therapy with an amazing therapist was the value of being seen. The value of if someone actually looks at you and says, I see you, I acknowledge you, I want to know who you are, and I'm going to do it without reservation and judgment. That's the idea behind I See You, that you are really looking at someone, thinking about them, holding space for them, you name it. That was the inspiration for this, because I feel like there's no better gift that you can give to anyone in your life. And even if no one does that for you, you can offer that to someone else because it's just telling another human, I see you. And I love that sentiment, so that's why I designed this greeting. And that's what I'm going to use for my card today. Well, not this one. I always do little samples when I get my samples so I can see what they look like. And, you know, Carrie Goldstein sees me. Oh, thank you, Carrie. Okay, and there are 2 sentiment strips, but these are not your typical sentiment strips. They are easy strips. And at Simon Says Stamp, we are continuing to add easy strips to our collection, and these are designed to cut all out at once. So they are sized to go one and done, and then you get all these greetings at once. We are also going to be adding some more styles of this to the Easy Strips collection, but we're making tons of them. And that's what we're doing. Oh, Paula Norby, I hope you are seen at your thing. Oh, hi, Mari Clark. Nice to see you here. Okay, so you ready to make a card? I got some supplies, and I have done some things in advance because I'm going to make a shaker. And it's going to be the quickest, well, I don't know if it's going to be the quickest shaker I've ever made, but let's just say it's going to be, we're going to do it. Okay, so we're going to set these aside. Let me grab my tray of goodness. Oh, hello, tray of goodness. So I want to show you this because I made a new pouncer. What is it called? A new smusher. Because one of you said, Kathy, I do it with press and seal. So I took a square of press and seal, sticky side up, put my little paper towel in, and then just gather it together and tie it off. That was genius instead of using a plastic baggie. I've got some ink colors today. I've got shaker strips. I have a little piece of acetate. Oh, wow, that's really dirty. I may have to clean that. I have a new tool that is also in the store today at Simon, and I'm going to try this out. It's a multi-purpose tool. I have my greeting already done, and I have some sequins, some dies. We got all the things. But you know what we don't have to start with? A piece of cardstock. So let me cut one. Could have done that one. Okay, here we go. And I've got some terrific tape. So I'm going to put these things aside. And we're going to smush and make some magic, hopefully. Now I'm going to do a monochromatic design today because I love this trio of purple. And so we've got our cardstock. We've got our inks to smush, a little bit of water. Now, if you have not tried this technique, it's just so fun. I kind of, here's the thing. On YouTube, I could try something once and then never do it again. But you know what? This is just really fun. And when you have something new, smush, water, just keep trying it. Okay, let's pick it up with the smusher. And then you're just going to pop some down on your paper. You can pick up from an edge like that. This is kind of like smushing with acetate, Gina M. It's kind of like that because I know, hasn't Gina K done a thing that she calls smack and acetate? You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm pretty sure she did once and called it smack and acetate. But the thing that's cool about this, and again, it looks a little different with the press and seal. If you just had a plastic baggie, it's probably going to be a little bit different. But you just kind of keep picking it up and smushing down, and you create your own pattern as opposed to just dropping down and smushing. Oh, do I need to change my glasses? You know what? Yes, I do. Thank you. Oh, Grandma has some hard times here. Okay, now I'm going to wipe this up. Thank you. It's much easier I'm like, why does everything look a little blurry? Smack and acetate. I knew I was right. Okay, now I'm going to take Orchid. Just, again, couple little smushes down, little spritz, just a light spritz. See how that starts to move? And then we just pick it up and we darken up what we're doing. And you know, even if you don't get it exactly how you want it, that's okay. It's just kind of a cool way to add depth to your piece. And it starts to look kind of dreamy, right? And then you can pick it up on the edges, just where you might want some more. We're just doing that. So you've got your lighter layer underneath, and I think that's what I'm going to stop at there. Now, if you want, you can just wipe your smusher off. And I'm just going to this is probably more critical when you have, what do you call it? Different colors. Like I'm monochromatic here today. So, although I did change my shirt today, I am still wearing black. I mean, I'm not gonna not wear black. I mean, I think we all know the answer to that. So if you think I'm gonna show up in purple, well, in the words of Judas Priest, you got another thing coming. Okay, spritz. And let's add our darkest part. Now this one I probably will keep the amethyst, maybe more in the center, you know. But again, you can add more water or less water, but as you do this, it just looks dreamier and dreamier. Oh, Alicia, no, that's not my husband. Dan was never goth, bless his heart. He was punk rock, but he was not goth. And I can't hold that against him. But there is my piece. Isn't it pretty? Now here's the fun part. This is not watercolor cardstock. It's 110-pound Nina, which is a classic, which is a good paper. It is the classic crest line. So you can even just clean it off like that, and then it's good to go. But again, I did not invent this. I saw this from NB Cards, and she's from the UK. And you know, there's nothing more fun than listening to someone with a British accent. Am I right? I mean, I often wonder, what do British people think when they hear us? Do they just think we sound really harsh? Come on, British friends, let me know, because I find listening to you to be delightful. So there is the piece. Now I'm gonna here. It does need to dry a little. What's hard to see is there's just a little puffing of the fibers because you are putting a little bit of moisture on. So don't think you're gonna go, you could hit it with a heat tool, but I'm gonna show you one I did last night. And actually you can see how different they look. I mean, that's totally different. And again, I kind of love both. I'm going to use this one for the shaker because it's dry, okay? But that's my one color. Now, what did I do on here that I didn't do on this one? I don't know if you can see this. I used, and I can't source this anymore. I don't think anyone's carrying this. Brutus Monroe, it's the aqua pigment in sterling, and it doesn't it's real hard to catch it, but I spattered on a little shine just because I knew I wanted to make my shaker with a matte silver greening. Ann Bacon, Heather Cole loves my accent. Well, thanks a lot, matey. And it is Nina Classic Crest Solar White in the 110 pound. Boy, that cools off in a hurry. Okay, so now we're gonna make a shaker. I have some tools. Where did I put them? Okay, here we go. All right, I have A2 rectangles. This is a new, we have A2 rectangles and more. They're the same idea as the waffle flower ones. If you have those, we had some rectangles a long time ago. They just didn't have all the sizes. So we wanted to have this and the Simon Shop as well. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a shaker window. Oh, Agatha, let's see. It's real hard. It's real hard for me. How's that? That's the only word I can do. It's real hard. That's pretty good. I just pulled that out of nowhere. It's pretty hard, really. It's pretty good. I went to New Zealand and Australia in 2006, and hi Nina, I just saw your comment. And I loved their accents, all of them, and they're just delightful people. Okay, so to make this panel, I am going to cut a window out here. So I am taking away some of the prettiness. Now, could we keep I could do a little ink blend on this, and I might. I haven't decided yet how exactly this is going to look. And I feel like if I do this, you know what? Maybe I need to cut it separately because I don't know what this is going to look like. Hold tight. Let me see. Oh, actually, hold tight. We're going to put this here and make sure that's straight. Yeah, I think that's good. And then I'm just trying to see how I got on the accents. Not bad. More New Zealander. I do know how to say fish and chips. Did I do that right? Fish and chips and sex, number sex, which sounds like sex. I should know how to do more of that because I'm a huge Flight of the Conchords fan, but Britt and Jermaine. Okay, we're gonna get this over. You know, if this isn't perfect, it's fine. It's totally fine. Let's cut this out. Okay, is die cut cam on today? Well, yes, it is. All right, here we go. Okay, now I've probably mentioned this to you before, but when I grew up in Washington State, I don't believe people on the West Coast have accents. That's my personal opinion. I don't think they do. However, okay, so here's my window. See where we're going with this? All right. Anywho, so you know what I'm going to do while I'm here, though? I am going to take another piece of cardstock. Let me see if I can find a scratch paper. I don't want to scratch myself. Shoot. Okay, well, yeah. I don't have a lightweight one, but what I'd like to do is just take this one and maybe just go down one. Is that down one? Yeah. I'm going to cut this too and then tell you about my accent sponge story. Okay, I'm going to run that through. when I lived in Texas, by year 4, I lived there for 4 years, and you would have thought I was born and raised there. I said things like "fixin' to" and y'all might could. I mean, I had it down. And when I moved to Minnesota, my father-in-law, I swear, for the first 20 years I lived here, um, rest his soul, God rest his soul. He always said, "Well, you're from Texas," and I'd be like, "Papa, I'm not from Texas," but I sure sounded like it. Okay, so very quickly here, I created my little backer, and I could do a little purple blend in there, and I might. But first, let's add some acetate. So I'm going to take this tape, and this is the Simon Says Stamp Terrific Tape. And this is just to hold on my shaker window. Okay, we're going to rip it. We're going to rip it and grip it. I think that will be good. You don't need much. But yeah, I had such a strong accent. And I think because truthfully, it's such an easy way to speak. It's so welcoming and warm. I actually really loved the years I lived in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I found people to be really, really lovely down there, really kind, warm. Very different from where I grew up in Washington, where people just stay inside all the time. Okay, is that enough? I think it is. Now I'm going to cut my acetate like that. And I'm just going to clean this really quick. You know what? I'm going to do it with alcohol. This thing is just dirty, and I think it's because it's been sitting out. Okay, here we go. We're just going to do that with some alcohol. Like that. Go on the other side. And I think this will be nice. Yeah, people from Washington, and I don't know, do you people think I sound Minnesotan? No, that's a controversial thing to ask people. But do you think I sound like I'm from Minnesota? Sometimes I do, and it's really dirty shaker, but that's fine. My husband will say to me sometimes, he's like, "Where are you from?" It's like, "You didn't grow up here." Now, I'm going to try this new tool because what you can do with this tool is many things. You can burnish, okay? Burnish things down like that. Now I'm going to add my shaker window. Okay, some people say no. Okay, and now I guess you can use it to release the backers. Oh, instead of your fingernails or another tool. Oh, okay, that does work. That's great. Because I'm always digging. Okay. It's just a backer releaser. Huh. Well, there you go. Nina, did you invent that? Did you find that for the store? Nina Marie, who's in our chat, is in the chat today. She's working in her office. Nina and I work together at Simon. And Nina is responsible for many cool things that you see at Simon Says Stamp, including designs and products and colors. All right. So that is my shaker window. Now, this is such a quick and easy way to do a shaker, but we need to blend this. I'm going to add shaker strips though first. Where did you go, Gina? Gina! Oh, here we are. She's not in my studio, but we are going to add the shaker strips. Okay, so to build the shaker, these are shaker strips from Gina K. They are my favorite shaker building tool because of the depth. Now, you can do this with regular foam tape. You can fold your foam tape in half, make long strips by folding it in half and cutting, and that will give you the same thing. And here, what we want to do is we want to build the shaker window so that our bits will stay contained inside this space. Now, I think I will do, let's go here. I'm going to get in a little closer because I don't want the shaker bits to go all over the place. Where are my smaller? Okay, we're going to go here. That. Coming around. Well, see, I do say casserole and hot dish. There's some things from Minnesota that I've definitely picked up. You know what I say a lot now, and I cannot believe it, but I really do. Get right in there, right by the dip down. Is that clear? Yep. We have clearance, Clarence. I say oofda a lot. And I don't know why. I'm very embarrassed about this. Okay, I'm going to put this one just on the side because we want to give. Now, yeah, I'm going to make more support here. The whole panel has to get supported, right? Because otherwise, when you go to put this on your note card, it's not going to have what it needs. And so I like to try to fill it in to the best of my ability. Oh, Sherry, you're on summer break. You know, my husband's is coming, and Lord help me. Help us all. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's great. I always have to adjust to summer when my teacher husband comes back, because then he's here all the time, and I don't really know. I don't really know what to do with that. Okay. Okie dokie. There we go. Now, this might seem a little excessive, all the building, but really, we're almost done. I mean, I think we're almost done. Now, I do have a blog post today that has pictures of the cards that I shared, and then it also has. I'm going to throw one more in the center. Oh, super chat! Thank you, Nancy. Oh, I'm the best crafty girl in the world. Yes, it's all I've ever wanted. It's all I've ever wanted. Here's a good question. I have no idea. You know, though, he is 60, so he is not retiring anytime soon. Now, here's our option. Let me grab a brush. I'm going to use this big fluffer because I just want my purple to be really soft, and I don't even have my, oh no, I do have my big pad. Hold on. I do. Okay. I'm not even going to set up my ink blender for this, you know, like my pad and my things. I'm just going to go like this. If I don't like this, I'll just flip it. But I thought it could be nice to have a little wash of this color. See how light it comes on with these fluffy brushes? Kind of love that for this reason. Okay. We're just going to make it fluffy and lavender. Tamari, that's funny. Yeah, I say oofda all the time. I'm going to tell you another story, and it is kind of funny. Yesterday, I went to the grocery store. I went to the Cub Foods, and let's see, which way does it go? Is it that way? Yes. Okay, so there's, oh, you know what? I'm kind of glad I did that because it adds something. I might even put it a little darker at the bottom. Anyway, I went to the grocery store, came out of the grocery store, got into my car, and okay, I'm a little chubby right now, maybe forever, and that's fine. I'm still a good person. But when I sat down in the car, I put my groceries in, and I got into my car, and it just let out the biggest oof kind of, and I thought if anyone was within 15 to 20 feet of me, they would have thought, did she just die in that? Like, I don't know. I just let out the biggest oof, like getting into my car was the hardest thing I'd ever done. That's all. Okay. I just share that with you because, you know, because you're here. Now, Diana, it's funny. My hubby will definitely keep working. And here's the thing. I'm going to keep working. Oh, I'm just using the same brush, Amy, the same one. I don't need to switch it. It's just purple. And here, I'm just going to come in so I get a little bit of depth like that. I think that will work. And then I'll just soften it a little. Oh, see, usually I have a blending, you know, let's see how that looks. Just a little. Okay, I just wanted it to have a little, that's cute. Huh? I'm fluffy too, Beth. Yeah, and you know what? It's fine. I really like food. Oh my goodness, really do. Okay, so there's the backer. And now, keeping an eye on the time, not going to run over for Gina. That's going to look Great. So what we do is we take our filler, and I found this fun. This is an iridescent confetti style sequin called Northern Lights. I actually have 2 of these, so I wonder if I ordered an extra and it just kind of sat in there. Okay, like that. Oh, it's going to be so pretty because it's going to pick up the purples. And now I'm probably not going to use this for these because I don't want these to move. Does that make sense? Like I need it to be I need to hold this very still. And because I've been removing backers for so long with this tool, and I'm going to do these ones, I think I'm just going to stay the course for this shaker. That's a lot of bits, by the way. And I don't know if I needed that many. Oh, Kathy, pay attention. I don't know if I need that many bits, but we'll see. That one off? Nope. You want to be careful if you do it this way, which is how I do it, so you don't like make the whole thing shake, which I've done so many times, and then all your bits, they pop up. And but yeah, I like food. I like to eat food. I'm healthy. That's what's weird. That's what's so weird. Every time I just got a bunch of blood work done, and they're like, I mean, you're a little chubby, but they're like, you're pretty healthy. Oh, shoot. No, that's the eye up there. Okay, just couldn't remember, right? That's where the tittle goes? Yes. If I do this backwards, I'm going to cry, but I don't think I will. And now this goes onto my card. It becomes the backer that seals in the goodness. This other tool is to remove the backers, and it's new, but it also, you can score with it. I already did my card base, but you can score with it, which is kind of cool. And there we go. How do we look? Did I do it right? I did. So there's my shaker. Oh, I think that's a good amount of shaker. See how pretty that is with the purples, though? Maybe you barely even see that dark. But I'm going to put this onto my note card. You can score with it, remove things. Now, I cut a piece of, this is actually Concord and Ninth because I thought that was pretty, and I'm going to glue this on. But if you've never made a, what do you call it? A shaker like this is my favorite way to do it. I like having more control. I don't like laying my bits down first. That's just me. It's just how I roll, or how I shake, as it were. All right, I'm going to stand up for a second, make sure we're on top, and we're going to say, come on camera, Kath. I'm going to drop that right down with our liquid glue. Actually, that ink blend matches the background really well. It's almost like I planned it. I did. But I didn't make a sample first. So let's just let that sit for a minute. Like that. Now we have our little greeting already done, and I cut this from 1 layer of Simon Matte Silver, and then I put 1 layer of the Nina 110 pound on the back. And then for my sub greeting, here's the thing. I don't know yet how I'm going to do this. I may not, but I may, because this is what I love about these. So I'm not going to use the big ones today because I'm not making that as my central greeting. But the small ones are so nice. I see you. You give so much to others. Please take care of you. Some are in lowercase. Hang in there. Love you so. Sending love. Sending hugs. And then for all you are, I see you for all you are. You do so much. Proud of you. You're not alone. Here to help. Here's what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to let you in a little secret. When I use my easy strips, I oftentimes cut it right in half so that I only focus on the top or the bottom, only because sometimes I've had some issues where I don't get it lined up correctly. And Diana Holtz, yes, you can foil these, and it works pretty well. This is a toner-based ink, so these could be foiled. I could do this in silver, but today, you know what, I'm going to try to focus on just using them as is, but I do have a pen, and Carrie, this is for you. It's a Copic marker T10. Even though it's a gray, I color the edges of mine, and you'll see that in just a minute. But now that this is glued on, let's go ahead and add our pieces. I'm going to start from the bottom, And it's just going to say, I see you, and I'm going to add a little glue. Now, this is going to slip and slide a little bit because it is acetate, but I'm going to put my little dabs of glue. And when you do this and you're working with the acetate, you want to be really quick so that it doesn't, if you get any on your actual acetate, you want to wipe it off as quickly as you can. We'll see how I do with this. And also, I did put a separate supply list for this card on my blog. If there's anything that you're thinking, oh, Kathy, I want to know how you do all the supplies you use. But see, you're just going to drop it right into the opening. And the fun thing about this is you can do this with any word and shadow die that you have. And that makes them a little more versatile, right? It's like anyone can be turned into a shaker like this. I actually saw a really cute sample card for the Love Our Story on the Simon Says Stamp website, and I would lay money that it was done by my friend Bethany, because it just screams Bethany. Question, do the strips come with numbers? Joanne, no, I don't. I'm not sure what you mean. Like, are there numbers on the die itself? No, there's no numbers, but you would not need the numbers because it's pretty easy to see. They're all the same size. I'll show you in a minute because we're going to cut these out. Okay, let's get it going. I'm having problems with my being able to see. Okay, there you go, Kathy. You got this. All right, little dips of glue all the way around and go like that. And a super chat, Monica, thank you so much. You are so kind, and I appreciate that because you know what? I love doing this. All right, we're popping in the C. You know, it's funny. The reason I thought it would be kind of cool to do a shaker is because it's transparent. You see through it. Hey, I'm always working. I'm always working on several levels at once. At least that's the story I'm going with. Okay. And we add this, which is, again, I like some of my greetings to have lowercase letters for the start. This is just a stylistic choice that I make. And that's what we're doing. So now this guy goes right in there. And you just kind of line up the little slabs. Those are the slabs of the serif. Also, this font style is a slab serif, and I use this all the time. I've been using it for years. I probably should move on, but I love it so much it's hard for me because it's such a classic. And slab serifs just have squared off little feet and letter toppers and things like that. It's just any font that is squared off on the feet. That's a slab. The white glue sticks okay. Lisa, yes, it does. I mean, here's the thing. Once Connect glue dries, it's not going anywhere. It's a really strong adhesive, and it's been my go-to for years, but yes, it will stay. Here we go. We're building the tittle, by the way, right on here. The tittle being the dot over the I. True story. I'm a graphic designer, as you may or may not know. Now, I'm not going to squish that yet because I want it to, I don't want it to spread. And I didn't know the term tittle until I started making cards, and I learned it from Laura Bassett. Now, Laura Fedora is my sister from another mister. I learned tittle from her. Now, I know a lot of typographic things, but tittle was just one I'd never heard of till I got into the craft world, and now we're all about the tittles, and that is the dot over the I. So I'm not going to squish. I'm going to let this sit, and we're going to cut out our easy strips for our sentiment, sub-sentiment. And if we like it, we'll keep it. Press. Okay. Also, that is a glass brick from the Share Handmade Kindness line from Jennifer McGuire. And I just love it. I use it all the time. Hansel Junger, you know what? I agree. I had some ideas once for a shirt that was about tittles, and it could be inappropriate. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to cut these all out at the same time. That's just me. I like to split, and you'll see why in a second. I think that's perfectly lined up. And cut. Now, These are going to go right back in the pocket. You can cut them all at once, but if I'm not using these, I don't know. You'll see. Okay, where did I put my die? Oh, there's so many things out right now. Okay, easy strips die, the easy die, that die, the go. There we go. Okay, now I'll put these things back in so I don't lose them. I've got 15 minutes to finish because I told Gina I'm having my lunch with you today, lady. She laughed. She knows I like to lurk in the background. Hey, Amy. Okay, I'm going to cut this one into this piece. Wait, is that the right piece? Yeah. And all you need to do is just line it up. Actually, no, I'm not going. I'm going to do it on this one because of the magnet. Yeah. Again, you can cut them all out at once, but I am not going to use those other ones right now. I actually use the smaller ones so much more than the big ones, but look at how cute this is. So here you go. You frame it out just like that, and you just kind of tweak it until you're perfectly centered vertically, and you run it through side to side as well. And then you have all these greetings that you can use. But I kind of want to add a shim, but maybe not. It's really thick. I'm just going to run it. Hold on. It's substantial. And I have a feeling this is going to be just fine. I'm going to open you up. I'm going to look at the back, and then I have all of those to pop out. So sometimes I need the shim, and I hope that I didn't, because what I want to do with this, let's get the ICU. I actually know someone that I want to send this to, so I'm going to take the hang in there. And because I didn't use a shim, it's a little janky on the sides. So if that ever happens to you with your die cuts, have a mono sand eraser on the in your stash, or any nail file would work for this. But just kind of smooth it out if anything's janky, because I think that's really cute right there. And then I can pop, but they're going to start falling out. But all of these now are cut. I'm going to put them right back in the pocket. But first, I'm going to take my pen. A shim is the Anna Griffin machine comes with this metal plate. It's a shim, and it adds more pressure to your sandwich, your plates, as it's running through. You can also use a piece of cardstock to do it. Oh, these are all from Simon Says Stamp, by the way. This is all Simon, and the supplies are linked for this card on my blog and all of my new releases on my blog. And in the description, there's a link for both that will take you to a visual shopping list. So, and of course, I always appreciate if you shop with my links, because that's how some of us content creators out here make some money. Okay, I'm going to drag this along the side. This is my favorite marker to do this. It is Copic marker T10, and even though it says it's a very dark gray, it just reads black, and it's perfect for this. And Carrie, yes, I've got other sentiment strips, and so does Simon Says Stamp. We have a whole collection of them, and they're called easy strips. They're different than the sentiment strips, and we name them easy strips. And if you go into the store and search easy strips, you will find several different styles and card greetings and font styles, and whatever floats your boat, you can find. And then this die, a lot of these are packaged too. Like you can buy, I have a link in my supply list where it's this and just these, or you can get this and the white ones too, which you can also foil if you have toner-based foil, like a fuse setup. Okay, now I need to get a little guy. We're almost done. This is perfect. Perfect, because then I can heat up my lunch food, I think. Oh, wait. No, you know what? Oh, I ate all of that yesterday. Shoot, I'm going to have to go to the store. Well, you know what? It's going to be fine. I'll go to the store. I'll take pictures of these later too, this card in particular. Oh, come on now. Get on there. That's the wrong side. We're just going to pop this up And we're going to finish out this card. And then you can go see Gina make lovely magic. But I think this is nice to put a little something something on there. So we're going to do that. Take the backers off. I'm using my fingernails for this. I have no idea why, because I have tools and not jewels. But I do have someone that I'm going to send this to. My best friend. One of my two best friends. I have two because I'm lucky. All right, putting a little glue on there so there's just a little float boat time. Irma Ortiz wants to know, how often do I replace my plates? The clear plates, not very often, probably every 4 to 5 months. The magnetic mat, probably every 3 months. I prefer to have a cleaner mat because if you have a cleaner mat, and here I'm just going to place this right underneath, then the magnetic function of it stays stronger and longer. All right, let's make sure that's straight. Are we straight? I think we are. Love my T-square. And that's my shaker card. Now, it could be fun to put just a few on the outside to finish it off. Okay. And again, I would love to linger and chat, but you know what? I got Gina's coming and I had a plan and I'm making that plan happen. All right, we're going to put a few of these iridescents up here in the spray, so to speak. So it's kind of cool because it'll feel like some of these are coming right out of the shaker. And you've got this beautiful bit of shine and it just picks up all that lovely color. Very fun, very easy. These are so easy to do. One thing I do like about, and let's boop it up. Boop, boop, boop. The plates don't bend. Boop, they don't warp that much on that machine. Plus, I do so much die cutting that I just really love having an electric machine. Boop. But this card, boop, is almost done, and this makes me, boop, so happy. Look how, I mean, it came together quickly because I did some things ahead of time, but that is my finished card project for today. We have the shaky, shaky, shake. You barely see the darker blend that I did, but I think that's okay. Maybe I should have done it darker at the top. Let me grab my grid and we'll just talk about this. I am going to have to go to the grocery store. I need broccoli. It's a long story. I'm obsessed with broccoli. Okay, if I pop this on, and all this grid it is just to show the rule of thirds in design, which is really a photography thing, but I like to think about my layout in this way. And here we have something that's basically just like smack dab in the middle. Now, I internalize this grid, and you can print one of these out. I just printed it on a inkjet friendly acetate type of material, put a strip of cardstock on the top and bottom, and it will help you. Like, you could lay it over some of the things you've done and look at it and say, huh, I wonder where my elements are falling, because where things intersect in this 9-quadrant grid, they're just places of visual interest. They can help you line things up. When I look at this, I'm intersecting 3 quadrants, and I really like having that sort of energy and direction. This isn't technically symmetrical, but it's kind of like a mirrored symmetry, because what you have over here, flip it and put it up there, just by the virtue of the pattern that I created. And then, of course, the greeting here is centered. We've got our little black sentiment strip just kind of right in there where that meets. I don't know, it's really basic. It's kind of hard to talk about cards when they're so simple. But of course, we have our little bits of repetition. We have our lilac note card. We have our purple tones in here. We have our shiny sequins and our shiny greeting. But that's the finished card project and concludes today's live stream. So I will take some pictures of this, and not right yet because I've got to go get some broccoli. It's a long story. I love broccoli. Lisa Scott wants to know, where did I get this grid? I designed it, and you can get it for free on my blog. It's just a PDF. You print it out. I did one for USA 2, and I did one for 5x7. And I will update links. Beth and Emma help to remind me what I said I would do, and you can just print it out. You just need to, whatever your printer is, get an acetate that is friendly with that. You could even try acetate that you have on hand and see if it works. I had to order some inkjet acetate, and in the blog post where I share the printable, I also share a link in my supplies to the acetate that I bought. There was only 30 sheets in it, and it was a great cheap little pack for like $6.99. Anyway, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching. Check out the blog post and see pictures of the cards. And as always, thank you for your support of my channel, for coming here and watching, for any products that you purchase from my brand. You are the reason I get to keep doing this. So I appreciate you all so much. And I will see you back here with another card project soon. Bye. Thanks so much for joining me today for my live stream. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you, so hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a few more videos you might be interested in checking out. Thanks for watching and have a great day.